DualEntry is an AI company that's offering souped-up accounting software. They just had a $90 million Series A round of funding. Joining me to share more is DualEntry CEO and co-founder Santiago Nestares. Santi, welcome to the New York Stock Exchange.
Thank you for having me.
So let's get right into the big news. $90 million Series A round of funding. Congratulations. How did that come about, and how do you plan to allocate that capital?
It came about very fast, very quick, as most companies are moving nowadays. And just within a few weeks, we were able to select amongst the best investors in the world. And we're most excited to use that capital to build the best ERP the world's ever seen.
All right, so let's get into this lingo. What is an ERP? Break that down for us and tell us about the service that DualEntry is providing and what it's solving for.
So ERPs are the source of truth, the financial source of truth for companies. It is the place or the software out of which companies actually create their stock, their books and balance sheets and profits for their reporting. And the most important thing is it's the ultimate source of truth for companies. And they're typically built by companies 20, 30 years ago. They're legacy, they're caught up in the past, and it takes finance teams, an army of finance teams, not just to get implemented, but also to be able to close the books every month and deliver that to management. And we think with AI, there's actually a better way to do this. And we've created a software that actually does all the grunt work for you, and you can focus on reading the results, understanding the insights, and driving the business forward.
Can you take us through some of those use cases? If I was a user on DualEntry, what would it be doing for me?
So DualEntry will go and actually do everything from categorizing expenses to understanding what type of allocations and journal entries you post every month, and actually drafting that for you almost like a junior accountant would, and then putting you in the seat of a senior accountant that only looks at the draft, reviews, and then approves it for posting. So it actually removes 90% of the work and just makes you like a more focus on the insights and the management rather than the day-to-day expenses. Yeah.
All right, and take me through what implementation in a workplace would look like versus traditional ERP software.
So ERPs are unique in the sense that typically when you get there, you're already a mid-market company, so you're coming from a starter cloud system, and the way you go live is called an implementation. That process might take, with these legacy players, 6 to 9 months. And they involve all these consultants that are actually incentivized to keeping you longer in that state of implementation. You essentially are paying for a blank screen, and you don't really know if you're going to come out on the other side with a good system that can deliver your set of books every month. With DualEntry, we don't work with consultants. You come to us, we get you live in 24 hours with our next day migration, which at times we can even do it before we even give you a demo, so before you make a purchase decision, which allows you to make an informed decision of the software, but most importantly, it gives you the certainty that you can go live next day and already go focus on the close rather than focusing on is this going to work or not for us. So we think this is the legacy players are doing it this way because this is how it was done 20 years ago. You would buy IT software from your IT consultant, and the IT consultants are not incentivized to selling you a software that's self-serve because otherwise they don't make money. So we're flipping that upside down and going direct to consumers and saying, it is our job to get you live in DualEntry so that you can focus on your business and not on the ERP implementation process.
And who are your customers, and what has the reaction been?
So we've got, our customers are finance teams and companies anywhere from 5 million, and we actually have a few companies that are trading here in the New York Stock Exchange that are running fully on DualEntry. So anywhere in the mid-market, as you upgrade and move forward from starter cloud, DualEntry is a phenomenal software for you. So we have customers in the SaaS space, but also in real estate, in manufacturing and inventory companies. So we cover multiple industries, and most importantly, we give you the certainty that no matter what stage you are, this is the last ERP implementation that you'll ever have to do.
What's their reaction been?
Some of them actually disbelief at the beginning, but because we actually show it to them before our customers have to make a purchasing decision, it is one of awe, of disbelief. It's incredible.
All right, Santiago Nestares, CEO and co-founder of DualEntry. Thank you so much for joining us at the New York Stock Exchange.
Thank you for having me.